Good evening, students. Actually, we are seeing the chapter called complex numbers. So far, we have discussed few properties of imaginary unit, as well as we have discussed some values of imaginary unit also. That is, I square is equal to -1, I cube equal to I power 4 is equal to 1, and we have seen some examples also, and also we discussed what is the general form of a complex number, that is a plus ib, where a is the real part and b is the imaginary part. Now in continuation of this topic, we will see three more concepts in this class. In your screen, three headings are given. The first heading is additive inverse of a complex number. The first heading is additive inverse of a complex number. Suppose what it is. If z is equal to a plus ib, what is this actually? Z equal to a plus ib means simply we will say this is a complex number. If z equal to a plus ib is a complex number, then its additive inverse is nothing but negative of is minus z. Z is a complex number. What is additive inverse? Minus z. Therefore, what we have to do, if z is a plus ib, minus z is nothing but change the symbol of real and imaginary parts. A means minus a, plus ib means minus ib. So this is nothing but additive inverse of a complex number, or even we can say that negative of a complex number. Additive inverse is nothing but negative of a complex number. Z means minus z. Minus z means how we have to say? Additive inverse of z. What we have to do? Change the symbol of both real part as well as the imaginary part. This is called what? Additive inverse of a complex number. Then we will see what is meant by modulus of a complex number. Suppose a complex number is given to us and we are asked to find modulus of this complex number. The formula that we are going to use is, if I write like this, how will you pronounce this? Modulus z. This is pronounced as modulus z, and the formula given is root of a square plus b square. What is a actually? Real part. So square the real part. What is b? Imaginary part. Square the imaginary part. So root over a square plus b square is called modulus of z. Z is nothing but a complex number. So far you know two things. What is additive inverse? If z is a complex number, minus z is called additive inverse of z. Second one, how to find modulus. If z is a complex number, modulus of z is calculated using this formula. In this formula, a and b are nothing but real part and imaginary part of the complex number. If we calculate like this, that is called modulus of a complex number z. Then the third concept that we are going to see is multiplicative inverse of a complex number. Already we have seen additive inverse of a complex number. Now we are going to see multiplicative inverse of a complex number. And again, this is also given by a formula. If z is a complex number, that we have usually we will take as a plus ib. If it is z, then the multiplicative inverse of z is given by the symbol that we are going to write is z inverse, otherwise called as multiplicative inverse of z. How to pronounce this? Z inverse. How to understand this? This is called multiplicative inverse of z. How to find it? The formula is a by a square plus b square plus I into minus b by a square plus b square. So this is the formula that you are going to memorize. This is another formula that you are going to memorize. This you can remember. Z is a complex number means minus z if I put, that is called negative of a complex number. Otherwise the name is additive inverse of a complex number. What we have to do? Change the symbols of both real part as well as imaginary part. This is the formula to calculate modulus z. Root of a square plus b square. A real part, b is imaginary part. Then multiplicative inverse of a complex number is also given by the formula. Multiplicative inverse, how to write? Z inverse. how to calculate a by a square plus b square plus I into minus b by a square plus b square. By seeing this denominator, what you are remembering, what you understood, if I put square root, this becomes modulus, but no square root here. Remember, no square root here. This is not actually a modulus. Square root of square of modulus. What I have to say? Square of the modulus. What is a and b? A is nothing but real part. What is b? B is called imaginary part. So to find multiplicative inverse, actually we need the value of a square plus b square. If I ask what is a, you will simply see and say what is a. B also we can see and tell. But to find z inverse, first of all we have to calculate what? A square plus b square, because the formula a square plus b square term is present. So we will calculate this first, and then using the formula we will try to calculate z inverse. Could you able to understand, children? So three concepts that we have seen is additive inverse, modulus, multiplicative inverse, out of which two are given by formula. Root of a square plus b square means modulus. A by a square plus b square plus I into minus b by a square plus b square means it is multiplicative inverse. This is a formula to calculate multiplicative inverse. Now we will see a related problem in the next class, right? We will see in the next video. So try to understand this and write in your classwork, and also memorize these two formulas. Okay children, thank you.